Alrighty, so it has been a little bit since I've put out a video, but in the wake of all this mass hysteria surrounding the Jersey drone sightings, which sounds sort of ridiculous for anybody that is in the industry, I do want to talk a little bit about the fallout that is happening for professionals in the drone space itself, like myself and people that are doing mapping, inspections, or even first responders utilizing drones. So if you don't know anything about drones, I would highly recommend that you stick through this entire video. It may put some of the things that you are seeing at ease and hopefully give you a little bit of etiquette on how we should act, because I got to tell you, I have not always been the best when it comes to confrontations. I know a lot of you will probably laugh at that statement, but I want you to hear me out, how I've had to deal with some of the situations that have occurred this week. Let's get started. What's good, everybody? Ken here. You're watching OriginaldoBo. For those of you that don't know me and you're just stumbling across this video because you're interested in this Jersey drone sightings. So during the week, I am a real estate videographer and real estate professional doing photos, video for real estate. I'm constantly in residential areas, and I have had an immense amount of conflicts over the past, I want to say 6 years of filming and photographing real estate. Over the past week, those conflicts have amplified tremendously, where you would get one, maybe two a month. I would have 3 in a week last week. Last week was probably the most conflictive week that I have ever had when it came to flying a drone. Multiple times I had several elderly people come out of their house and threaten to shoot down my aircraft. To me, that's a bit alarming, and I'm constantly seeing posts on Facebook where people are just totally uneducated, believing that they can shoot down an aircraft. So a couple of things. Number one, it is illegal to shoot down an aircraft that is registered. It's illegal to just discharge a firearm up into the sky like that, just in general, at an inanimate object that you aren't sure what it is. And that is the reason why nobody's shooting these drones out of the sky to begin with. But I digress. You should not be aiming a weapon into the sky, whether it be a laser, a gun, it doesn't matter. You should not be looking to take one of these things out of the sky. And if you see somebody flying during the day and you see an aircraft like a smaller drone or something like a Mini or a Mavic, you shouldn't be looking to shoot that out of the sky. It is illegal, and the result is you will probably get arrested. At the very least, you will get arrested, and there will be some sort of penalty or fine thereafter. And maybe even some jail time at that. So don't do that. Number two is to try to talk to the person operating these aircrafts. I had a lady roll up on me this week. She was super heated over the fact that my drone was over her house. Something that you need to keep in mind, especially if you're dealing with like a real estate professional or somebody doing photos, we may end up over your house. It is not unfathomable to think that my drone may end over your house, but I'm not spying on you. I'm not looking at your house. You have to understand that these drones have focal lengths, and I have to pull all the way back to be able to capture the subject in front of me. It is not illegal for me to be hovering over your property. I'm not spying on you. I am simply doing a job, and my job is to capture the property in front of me. It may be to the side of you. It may be behind you. The reality is the vast majority of us professionals don't care about what you have or what you are doing in your property. We're just trying to get our job done so we can get paid. So this time it was an elderly lady. She was probably like 73 years old. She was super heated. Once again, I let her see the screen. I was very cordial with her. It was a different conversation. The very last drone confrontation I had, I'm 90% sure that person was completely obliterated and wasted, and there was probably no logical conversation I would have had, and I should not have engaged with him the way I did. That's on me. I should have not engaged like that. It was not a good situation, and it could have ended up pretty badly. So I'm making an adamant effort to just maintain a demeanor and not try to match their energy. So if there's one thing you could do, try to educate, don't push back, don't hit them with a bunch of 107 rules and that you have the right to do that. Because the reality is, if you're flying over their house, you're in that airspace, they just don't give a shit. So any amount of logic or rule is not going to work for them. So you have to sort of dumb things down for them, let them see what you see, explain to them that you're doing a job. You really almost have to handle these situations sort of with white gloves, because otherwise it is going to escalate into a situation that you may just not be comfortable with. The second time this happened, it was another elderly person. He was a man. He came out. I mean, I swear, I feel like these people are just watching Fox News all day long, and they just come firing out of the house with their weapons. So he threatened again. He was going to shoot my drone out. I was over a lake. I was in Epperson Lagoon, and he said that he was going to shoot my drone out of the air into the lake. And again, I told him, I said, it's not really recommended. I said, what if you miss? I said, what goes up must come down, and that bullet's going to go somewhere else. It could hit a kid. It could hit a house. It could hit a car. So trying to rationalize with him. And once again, he was not interested in anything I was saying. I said, listen, I'm almost done with this job. I'm going to be landing shortly. If you'd like to see the footage that I've just shot, you're more than welcome to it. But I am working for a client. I'm working for a real estate agent. Her number is on that sign. If you have concerns, you can call that card. You can ask them whatever questions you want. But again, not raising my voice. I don't have the energy to fight anymore with people. I don't have energy to get mad with people. So I'm just trying to not match that heated emotion and leave the emotion out, because this is very emotionless, right? I understand there's a ton of misinformation and the news isn't helping things, and social media amplifies all of this so much more. But it's actually put it in a place where I am actually sort of concerned to fly, whether it be by the beach, whether it be in the city, it doesn't matter, wherever. I'm actually getting a little bit concerned just flying recreationally that there is going to be continued conflict because people just don't understand this industry. So the reality is this, there's tons of different uses for drones besides what the news is showing you. And the citizens have to get used to the fact that drones are going to be a much more prevalent existence in the world today. You're going to have drones via delivery. You're going to have VTOLs that are carrying humans eventually. So it is going to be something that the general public has to accept and understand that it's not going to go anywhere, and that not all things that are unexplained are necessarily evil. I'm sure there's a logical explanation for all of this that maybe doesn't want to cause mass hysteria, but a couple of crazy good viral posts just send things so much further than they should go. I've received several text messages from people asking me my opinion. I have opinions on it. I'm keeping it close to my chest because I don't necessarily know if those opinions are right or not, but that is how rumors, hysteria, and panic all start, is because people share these opinions, and these opinions may differ from the actual facts. But the reality is this: if you see a drone in the air, not all drones are bad. There is a lot of drones doing very, very good things. There are people that their livelihoods depend on this. So if you're curious, try to have a diplomatic conversation with that pilot. Most of the people that do fly a drone, like myself or others in this hobby, are so excited to teach you and to help you learn about what they are doing, because we're generally excited when people are interested in a drone. It makes me excited to share that information with others. So, and same goes for pilots. Be sure that we are all being good ambassadors to the people of our communities and letting them see. Again, keep all the technical bullshit out of the responses that we give, because they don't care. They just want to know that what you are doing is safe for them, and just be a safe, good person back to the people that are concerned with what we are doing. It works both ways. Even though technically we're totally in the right when we're doing our job, we still have to be a good human back to people and just give them that peace of mind, because they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. And it's important to just give people that ultimate peace of mind. So there's that. That's my piece on that. I just wanted to share a couple of experiences that I've had recently. I know it's going to get worse as time goes on. I am saving drone work to the very end. People always ask me, well, when are you going to put the drone in there? As of late, when I'm doing a home, I am saving that to the very end, because I know that that's going to be the thing that causes the most amount of commotion. So for me, drone work will always happen towards the end of my shoot, no matter what. And that's just to try to save a little bit of face should there be a conflict that I don't want to get into early on and make it uncomfortable in a neighborhood, apartment complex, downtown, it doesn't matter, wherever. So that's just my best advice for you. But we all have to be good ambassadors in this community and do the right thing to prevent sort of these escalated situations in a really weird time. I thought 2024 was going to sort of fizzle and just like be a somewhat okay year, but it's the year that just keeps giving with endless surprises. But that's going to do it for this video. I would love to hear your experiences and stories since having this whole situation happen and having such an emphasis and focus on drones. Let me know what has happened to you if you've had similar situations. As always, guys, stay original and have a great holiday.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check.